You can't keep me away. And that's because we're just 2 days away from giving 4 more years to my good friend and your governor, John Corzine. You know that John Corzine's running for re-election. You know that the other guy doesn't seem to have a very proactive agenda other than going after John. You know that it's a tough time for New Jersey and it's a tough time for America. I don't have to tell you that. You see it in your own lives. You see it here in Newark. You see it all around the country. Too many folks out of work. Too many hard-working families who are seeing their costs of everything go up, and seeing their wages shrink, their hours reduced. You've got men and women who've been working all their lives, working hard, and somehow they're worried about whether they can retire with dignity or respect. They're worried about whether they can send their kids to college. They're wondering whether they can be the kind of providers, the kind of husbands and wives, mothers and fathers they hope to be because of economic factors out of their control. I love you guys. Listen up, listen up. John Corzine's in politics for the right reason. He knows folks are hurt.
Great shot.
But here's what I know. For the past 4 years, you've had an honorable man, a decent man, an honest man at the helm of this state during extraordinary times. You've had a leader who's put the interests of hard-working New Jersey families ahead of self-interest and ahead of politics. He's fought for what matters to ordinary folks. That's the kind of governor John Corzine has been. And if everybody in this auditorium works hard in the next 2 days, that's the kind of governor he's going to be for another 4 more years. John Corzine is a governor who's provided more property tax relief than any governor in New Jersey's history. He's the first governor in 60 years who's actually reduced the size of government in this state. Now, so when you're on the other side talking about how John Corzine's a tax and spend Democrat and all that stuff, just look at the record. He's done what they couldn't do and what they didn't do. But here's what's important, and Cory Booker will testify. Folks here in New York will testify. He has been prudent with your taxpayer dollars, but he's protected the things that matter the most. Corzine expanded early childhood education for more than 5,000 children. He understood pre-K isn't babysitting. It's a pathway to success for our young people. When it comes to the issues that matter most, the issue of jobs, Corzine was at the forefront. He worked with me to develop the Recovery Act. He was the first governor in the country to pass a recovery plan to get this state's economy moving again. Let's help clean up this country and make it work for ordinary people right here in New Jersey. We don't need politicians who would rather stand on the sidelines and point fingers instead of offering answers and solutions. What we need are leaders who are committed to moving this country forward, who are committed to moving New Jersey forward, who've got your interests in mind, and that's who John Corzine is, and that's why he deserves another 4 years as governor of New Jersey. Change is hard. People resist change. The special interests resist change. John Corzine, when he was elected governor, he did not promise it was going to be easy. What he promised was that he would wake up every single day thinking about you. And here's what I know, is that this guy has been working as hard as he promised. And so now the question is, how do you respond? We will not lose this election if all of you are as committed as you were last year. So I want everybody in this auditorium to make a pledge that in these next 48 hours you will work just as hard for John as you worked for me. That you'll knock on just as many doors. That you'll make just as many phone calls. That you'll be calling your friends and your neighbors and your co-workers. And it goes to show how one voice can change a room. And if one voice can change a room, it can change a city. And if it can change a city, it can change a state. And if it can change a state, it can change a nation. And if it can change a nation, it can change the world. Your voice can change the world. Your voice can change the world. If you are out there working hard, if newer folks like it voted last year, if New Jersey votes like it voted last year, if all those folks who had felt disenfranchised and felt forgotten are reminded of the incredible power of ordinary people, the ability to do extraordinary things, if you will let your voice shine through, then I guarantee that you will not only re-elect John Corzine for 4 more years, but you are going to put New Jersey on a path for success for years to come. And I can't